Hi, everybody. Markus. First time on Tim's Nation. I used to run events over here in the area for a long time. Helped build up the Burning River gaming crew and known DJ for a long time. Look forward to playing against him. I brought a fun Tyranids list. Those that know me, they know that I like big models, and those new Norns looked really fun. So I figured, let's see what we can do with 6 of them. So let's go on and check it out. First, it's the Parasite of Morex. This guy, he's pretty much just there for the lone operative. I need something for the backfield. I need something that I can reliably get me still primary or, block out the back, just stuff like that. With also being Vanguard Onslaught, that lone operative, I can reduce the range from 12 inches to 6 inches to be able to target him with a stratagem. So specific to Vanguard Onslaught, for 1 CP, I basically, if you try deep strike in on him or, get that jump, I can react and basically you can't target him. So that's the main reason he's in there. He's not really doing much else. I can risk, if it makes sense, going after some infantry and spawning some extra Ripper Swarms, but honestly, I'd rather just make sure to get 5 points primary turn or whatever he's in the backfield doing. Next, we have 3 Ripper Swarms, just 2 man each. So these are pretty much just there for helping with some secondaries. Also, their little ability of actually halving OC on models that they're in engagement range with can come really in handy. So they do play a couple different roles, but they're mostly there to just help with secondaries and make sure to push points up. Now to the Norns. So the first one, the Norn Assimilator. So this guy, he doesn't have the invuln like the Emissary does, but he hits a lot harder. So a lot more attacks that are higher strength. So overall, the 10 attacks, there's 6 at strength 9, 4 at strength 12, and then his ranged attack is strength 12. D6 plus 1 damage. And then the fun thing with them is they have this thing called Harpooned. So what you'll see me probably do in this game is put 1 or 2 in strategic reserves, and Vanguard Onslaught allows you to count the turn 1 greater than it really is. So like I can bring in turn 1 instead of turn 2 instead of turn 3, as if, it is that other turn. So for 1 CP, I can bring in one of these turn 1, 9 inches outside, and as long as I hit the model that I was shooting at, one of his tanks or something, I get +2 to my charge. So that, brings that 9 inch down to a 7 inch, makes it a lot more reliable. Also, kind of the main thing across all Norns is their singular purpose ability. So I'll have 6 little objective marker looking things with numbers that I'll also have for objective markers / enemy units. Each Norn at the start of the first battle round will either select an objective or an enemy unit. If they select an objective, that objective, while they are on it, would have an OC of 15, and they have a feel no pain of 5+. So it's very hard to get them off that objective, and they're more than likely holding it. If they choose an enemy unit, then they would get to reroll hits and wound rolls against that model, or against that unit, sorry. So if there is like a handful of big models or a Mortarion or something like that, that would be something of, to look into. But more often than not, a 5-up feel no pain and OC of 15 on objectives in a game of scoring for objectives is what more often than not you're going to pick. So then the Norn Emissary. So they also have the monstrous scything talent. So just like the Assimilators, they have 6 attacks at that strength 9. They do have monstrous rending talents. Strength 7, only flat 2 damage. So again, they don't hit as hard, but you have a lot more options in your shooting now. And they have an inherent 4-up invuln save. So depending on your opponent, depending on what you're looking at, that invuln might be the only way that you stay alive. And they also, which is kind of weird now with dev wounds, they specifically have a 4+ ability against mortal wounds. Okay, so dev wounds have kind of changed that, but things that still use the keyword mortal wounds, the emissaries also have a 4-up against that. So definitely more survivable over the Assimilator, just not as hard hitting. And last, the emissary ranged abilities. So there's 3 options: a 2-shot Melta, a 2d6 blast single damage, and then a 2-shot precision. So more often than not, the Melta or the blast, but if you have that certain character you really want to get rid of, you can use that precision to kind of pick that guy out. And that's it. Okay, guys, so that summarizes my big bug list, kind of more for fun, and we'll see what happens, just smashing some bugs on bugs together, but going to hand it on over to DJ, and see you soon.